All right, so we have the concentration terms based booklet solutions now. In the last homework that I gave you, the questions were primarily, based on the concept of concentration terms. We had done molarity and molality. In one of the batches, I actually also was able to discuss mole fraction, but I will, not discuss those questions right now. I think there was one question in FPS which was, from mole fraction, but I'll first teach it in the other two batches and then, discuss it as part of the next homework. Now, this homework is, it contains questions from FBO, Get Equipped to Mains, and FBS. So let's start with the FBO section. The first question is the 63rd question from the FBO section, and it talks about interconversion between concentration terms, right? And this has been a request to me, a request from me to all the students that do not mug up any formula is associated with these interconversions. Try to learn the approach, and in order to learn the approach, you must, you know, solve yourself at least 10 questions. तब जाके आपको ये approach clear हो जाएगा, right? एक दो question के बाद में you might find it a little, difficult, or you might not, get that kind of comfort with this approach. But थोड़े से question solve करने के बाद ही आपको ये comfort आएगा. This is my experience based learning over last couple of years. So please ensure that you solve yourself. ठीक है, जो questions मैं आपको करा रहा हूँ, homework में दे रहा हूँ, खुद से please solve करो. Don't just read the solutions which I'm sharing. All right, let me zoom in a bit. And let's start with the 63rd question, in which you have certain data given to you and you are being asked molality. ठीक है, ये आपसे पूछा जा रहा है. अब जो डेटा दिया हुआ है उसको आपने नीटली यहाँ पर लिखा, एंड दिस टाइम लॉट ऑफ डेटा इज गिवन टू यू. एज अ मैटर ऑफ फैक्ट आपको वॉल्यूम ऑफ सोल्यूशन भी दे दिया गया है, सो यू डोंट नीड टू रियली स्टार्ट विद assuming volume being 1 liter. ये डेटा आपको ऑलरेडी यहाँ पे मिल गया है. Now, given this information, you can start to work on what is being asked, that is molality, and I would request you to separately work on the numerator and denominator. So numerator के ऊपर अगर हम work करना शुरू करेंगे, that is moles of solute. So as you can see, the mass and molecular weight of the solute urea is given to you. So mass upon molecular weight, you get the numerator. And then denominator talks about the mass of solvent, and as you can see from the given data, you have got volume of solution and density of solution, which gives you the mass of solution. Now please understand that this is different from solvent, right? In the denominator here in molality, you have solvent in the denominator. So now, using a bit of common sense, that mass of solution is mass of solute plus mass of solvent, you can compute the mass of solvent in grams and then consequently in kgs. So you will get this, the denominator also sorted, and then the final answer. Now, unfortunately, the options A and option B are very, very close to each other. So you would need to really, do accurate calculations. Otherwise, it might end up with very close set of answers. All right, next question, question number 64. स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड क्वेश्चन, बहुत ही इजी है. डेटा सामने सामने है, आपको मोलारिटी पूछी है, तो डिनोमिनेटर यानी कि वॉल्यूम ऑफ सॉल्यूशन तो ऑलरेडी दिया हुआ है, एंड जो न्यूमरेटर होता है मोल्स, वो नहीं दिया है, मास दिया हुआ है, तो मास से मोल्स निकालना इज प्रीटी स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड. यू नो द कंपाउंड, so nothing worth spending much time on it. 65th question is, a question that you can solve in multiple ways, and there is a reaction that is happening. So let me just show you one of the ways in which you can do this question, and then I'll talk about a shorter way also. So read the question carefully. You have a solution that is formed by mixing. Okay, mixing word sunte hi, you should become very careful of what is going to happen finally, right? So this is 20 ml and 20 ml. So ये पढ़ते ही आपको mixing word ये समझ में आना चाहिए that final volume has to be taken as 20 plus 20, that is 40 ml. Now, once you do that calculation of how much Al2SO4 whole thrice is being added, you get its millimoles, and then you compute the millimoles of barium chloride also. 20 into 0.6, right? Molarity into volume is going to give you moles. If the volume is in ml, it is going to give you millimoles. That's why I've written millimoles on both the sides. Okay. So now one of the ways in which you can go about doing the question is that you can actually start working with the balanced equation. And as you will see, in this case, both are going to be the limiting reagents, both are going to be completely consumed, and as a result, you will see AlCl3 being formed. And then you can do the mole analysis to understand how much AlCl3 is being formed, and from that you can get the millimoles of Al3 plus ions. You get the millimoles upon the final volume, right? The 20 plus 20 40 ml, and you'll get the molarity. As a matter of fact, in this particular question, you could have not bothered with the reaction as such, because aluminium के ions तो conserved होंगे, right? जितने aluminium के ions पहले थे उतने ही बाद में भी होंगे. तो अगर आप सिर्फ इस सोल्यूशन में जितने aluminium के ions हैं या millimoles of aluminium ions है वो निकाल लो, right? It will come out to be the same value, that is 8. तो वो चेंज नहीं होगा. The only thing that is going to change is the volume of the solution. ठीक है, बिकॉज यहाँ पर पहले अल्यूमिनियम आयंस भी सोल्यूशन में फॉर्म थे, सोल्यूशन में प्रेजेंट थे, राइट? अल्यूमिनियम सल्फेट डिसॉल्व था एंड डिसोसिएटेड था इन फॉर्म ऑफ अल्यूमिनियम एंड सल्फेट आयंस, एंड फाइनली भी AlCl3 है, बट दैट AlCl3 इज एक्चुअली अगेन डिसोसिएटेड इन Al3+ एंड chloride ions, right? So you could have actually done this with chlorine ions as well, chloride ions as well, but not with barium or sulfate ions. ठीक है, बहुत ध्यान से सुनना. This approach that I just talked about is something that you could have done with aluminum ions, right? But not chloride, but not sulfate or barium ions, because यहाँ पर this barium sulfate is actually a solid precipitate. ठीक है, तो ये अनडिजॉल्व फॉर्म में चला जाएगा, एंड अनडिजॉल्व स्पीशीज का कॉन्सेंट्रेशन टर्म्स हम लोग डिस्कस नहीं करते हैं. ठीक है, एक्चुअली ये Al2SO4 होल थ्राइस ये भी एक्वस था, बेरियम क्लोराइड भी एक्वस है, एंड AlCl3 भी एक्वस होगा. ठीक है, अल्यूमिनियम सल्फेट भी एक्वस होगा, सॉरी अल्यूमिनियम क्लोराइड भी एक्वस होगा, बट बेरियम सल्फेट इज अ सॉलिड पीपीटी. अब आपको ये कैसे पता पड़ेगा कि बेरियम सल्फेट सॉलिड पीपीटी है? देन दैट इज समथिंग जो आपको धीरे धीरे पिक होगा. दिस इज समथिंग ऑफ अ केमिस्ट्री बेस्ड नॉलेज which comes a little more with a little more study, that barium sulfate is an insoluble salt. ठीक है, कौन से soluble होते हैं, कौन से insoluble होते हैं, ये धीरे धीरे पता पड़ता है. ठीक है, so let me just quickly recap जो हमने क्वेश्चन में अप्रोच यूज करके अल्यूमिनियम 3+ आयंस का कॉन्सेंट्रेशन निकाला. एक तो मैंने पूरा रिएक्शन करके आपको समझाया दैट इतना AlCl3 बनेगा, और उससे आप कैलकुलेट कर सकते हो. दैट्स द मोस्ट बेसिक एंड फंडामेंटल वे टू सॉल्व दिस. द स्मार्टर वे टू थिंक अबाउट इट is, or the second way is that the aluminum ions which was present initially is what is going to be finally present as well. तो आप अल्यूमिनियम के नंबर ऑफ मिलीमोल्स कैलकुलेट कर लो स्टार्टिंग में, तो एंड में भी वही मिलीमोल्स, दैट इज ये 8 मिलीमोल्स ही रहेंगे. What is just going to change is the denominator, that is the volume of the solution. एंड इसी के साथ में एज अ डिस्क्लेमर और एज अ नोट मैंने आपको ये बताया कि आप ये चीज बेरियम सल्फेट के साथ नहीं कर सकते, या बेरियम या सल्फेट आयन के साथ में नहीं कर सकते, क्योंकि स्टार्टिंग में लेट्स से बेरियम आयंस वर फ्रीली प्रेजेंट, बट बाद में दे गेट प्रेसिपिटेटेड आउट, so they are no more dissolved in the solution, so they can't be calculated molar concentration for. Okay, all right, now let's come to the 66th question. Easy, straightforward. Do the millimole analysis. Straightforward. आपको दिया हुआ है कि KMnO4 का 1 मोल FeSO4 के 5 मोल के साथ रिएक्ट करेगा, and you know now that how do we write moles? Moles is equal to volume into molarity. तो आपने दोनों तरफ volume into molarity लिखकर क्रॉस मल्टीप्लाई करके इक्वेट करा, you'll get the volume. 67th question, it talks about simple calculation of how much H plus ions would be there. So not to worry, you get millimoles, which is again molarity into volume. Volume was in milliliters. And from here, because as you can see that each H2SO4 has 2 hydrogen ions, so you'll have to multiply by the number 2 here. Okay. Now, based on this, you get the moles of H plus ions. ठीक है, millimoles से moles में convert करने के लिए 10 की power -3 के factor से multiply करना पड़ता है, and then you will get it, by multiplying by Na, you will get the number of ions itself. Straightforward. Again, 63rd question, again a question based on the interconversion between molarity and molality. This time molality is given and molarity is being asked, right? So after understanding what is being given and what is being asked, the starting step would be to start with the denominator of given concentration term as 1, right? So given concentration term is molality, and molality ka denominator is mass of solvent. So I started with saying that let the mass of solvent be 1 kg. I could have very well started with a variable. It would have not created any difference. I could have solved for mkg as well. You will see it will just cancel out. Now work towards the numerator and denominator of the asked concentration term in a separate step-by-step manner. Right? So ये मेरा asked concentration term है, molarity, which is moles of solute upon volume of solution in liters. So we'll work with the numerator and denominator separately. Now numerator के लिए देखना है यहाँ पर molarity दी है और हमने mass of solvent 1 kg मान लिया है, तो straightforward moles of NaOH आ गए हैं. ठीक है, that's the numerator. Now denominator में, as you can see, we require volume of solution, right? So you have to use one more data in the question, which is the density of solution as 1.11 gram per ml. And if somehow I get hold of mass of solution, then I can get the volume of solution as well, because density of solution is given to you. So mass of solution is actually mass of solute plus mass of solvent. Mass of solvent is something that we just assume to be 1 kg or 1000 gram, and mass of solute is something which will come from what we have done on the left hand side. In the numerator, we had moles of NaOH and molecular weight is 40. So you'll get the mass of solute. And combining that, you will get the mass of solution. Now, since mass of solution and density of solution is known to you, you can compute the volume of solution. It comes slightly over 1 liter, and as a result, the molarity comes slightly less than 3 ml, 3 molar. All right. Now, 69th question. 69th question is also sometimes which students get confused when they read the language. तो उसमें मेरा आपसे एक simple request रहेगा that try to visualize हो क्या रहा है and उसके accordingly साथ साथ लिखते जाओ that how things are going to change. तो यहाँ पर आप notice देखोगे कि ये initial solution जो है इसके बारे में आपको volume दिया हुआ है and mass of solute दिया हुआ है इसके अंदर कितना present होगा. ठीक है, अब एक एक करके स्टेप करते जाओ, पढ़ते जाओ एंड लिखते जाओ कि क्या हो रहा है. सो व्हेन यू रीड द फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट, 250 ml of sodium carbonate solution contains 2.65 grams of sodium carbonate. That I have something written neatly here. Now if 10 ml of this solution is diluted to 1 liter, okay, so पहले आपने 10 ml of इसका solution निकाला, so यहाँ से आपने 10 ml इसमें pour करा, तो what just happened that क्योंकि Na2CO3 यहाँ पे पूरा homogeneously mixed है, राइट, तो जिस प्रपोर्शन में आपने वॉल्यूम निकाला उसी प्रपोर्शन में सल्यूट भी निकल के आएगा. ठीक है, सो एज यू कैन सी अगर 250 ml से 10 ml सोल्यूशन का वॉल्यूम निकल के आया तो मास ऑफ सल्यूट भी उसी प्रपोर्शन में, एज यू कैन सी आई हैव डन क्रॉस मल्टीप्लिकेशन टू गेट कितना सल्यूट आया. ठीक है, नाउ नेक्स्ट स्टेप इज टू एक्चुअली डाइल्यूट. डाइल्यूट का मतलब देखना यहाँ पर सिर्फ सॉल्वेंट ऐड होगा, तो जो सल्यूट का मास है वो तो सेम रहेगा. तो जो यहाँ पर आपने निकाला था 2.65 डिवाइडेड बाय 25 ग्राम्स, दैट mass of solvent remains, mass of solute remains the same. The only thing that is being changed is the amount of solvent which goes from 10 ml to 1000 ml, मतलब 990 ml extra solvent, in this case water. ठीक है, वैसे बोला नहीं है solvent, although फर्क भी नहीं पड़ेगा, बट अगर कुछ बोला नहीं है तो ठीक है, मतलब मैं एक बार के लिए water बोल सकता हूँ. So that water 990 ml was added, so the volume became 1000 ml and the mass of solute inside it was 2.65 by 25 grams, right? So in the final solution, you know the mass, so you can compute the moles, and from that moles, because now you know the volume, you can compute the molarity of Na2CO3. All right, so these were FBO questions. Now coming to the get equipped means question, sixth question is not actually related to concentration terms. This was something which might have been might have gotten missed when we were doing limiting reagent questions. So pretty straightforward questions, needs no explanation at all. If you are not able to yet understand this format, then I would request you to resolve certain questions from the homework as well as class examples that we have done. This format of start, reacted, produced, and end is very, very important for you to understand. This is something that is a mole analysis that we have done with respect to the limiting reagent. All right. Eighth question. Yeah, it is something which is again a simple reaction analysis, but the data is given in terms of concentration terms. So as you can notice from the reaction, the coefficients of calcium carbonate and HCl are 1 and 2 respectively, and you have been given the data about HCl, and as per the data I can read that volume into molarity gives you the millimoles. So from this, if I do a cross multiplication, I can get the millimoles of calcium carbonate that are going to be used up. Now since I get the millimoles, I can get the moles by multiplying by 10 to the power minus 3, and then I can get to the mass by multiplying with the molecular weight. So you'll get the answer. Ninth question is again a straightforward question, a reaction between HCl and AgCl. sorry, HCl and AgNO3, which is going to lead to formation of AgCl. So straightforward balanced equation आपके सामने. HCl का डेटा 25 ml वॉल्यूम दिया है एंड AgCl का मास दिया है कितना बनेगा, right? So between the two, as you can see, the coefficients are 1 and 1 respectively. So the moles should be in the same proportion. So as you can see, AgCl के moles is mass upon molecular weight. That is the formula that we have used. And for HCl, the moles should be molarity into volume, right? So अब molarity तो मैंने C मान लिया है and volume is 25 ml. So I put it in liters ताकि moles में calculation है and do a cross multiplication to get the value of C. That is the molarity of HCl. All right. Now let's come to the FBS section, Foundation Builder Subjective, in which some questions were given from 43rd to I think 49th question. But as I said कि यहाँ पर मैंने 43rd से 48th तक ही डाला है. 49th मोल फ्रैक्शन वाला क्वेश्चन है, तो वो हम लोग नेक्स्ट टाइम के होमवर्क में इंक्लूड कर लेंगे. Now, 43rd question, when you read what is the strength in gram per liter of a solution of H2SO4, 12 cc or 12 ml of which neutralizes 15 cc. 15 cc. Cc stands for centimeter cube. Centimeter cube is as good as ml. So 15 ml of m by 10 NaOH. Now, m by 10 NaOH matlab 0.1 molar. That's how you have to read it. And cc को you read it as ml. So यहाँ पर NaOH का आपको वॉल्यूम एंड कॉन्सेंट्रेशन दिया है, H2SO4 का वॉल्यूम दिया है बट कॉन्सेंट्रेशन पूछा है. नाउ सरप्राइजिंगली कॉन्सेंट्रेशन जो पूछा है वो मोलारिटी का नहीं पूछा है, ग्राम पर लीटर में पूछा है, बट हम उस पर बाद में आते हैं. अभी हम पहले मोलारिटी फिगर आउट कर लेते हैं. तो बेस्ड ऑन द बैलेंस्ड इक्वेशन, बेस्ड ऑन द कोएफिशिएंट्स फ्रॉम द बैलेंस्ड इक्वेशन, राइट, एंड डूइंग द एनालिसिस ऑफ millimoles, you can compute the value of C. Right, simple cross multiply करना है and you will get the value of concentration which is 1 by 16 molar, or you can say mole per liter. But ये नहीं पूछा आपसे, आपसे पूछा gram per liter कितना है. Now H2SO4 के लिए, as you know that 1 mole is equivalent to 98 gram, so I just substitute mole as 98 gram here. Right, this simple connection is going to change the unit for me of the concentration in terms of gram per liter. All right, आगे एक दो क्वेश्चन में और है तो आप नोटिस करो. Let's come to 44th question. This is pretty straightforward. Molarity निकालनी है. Molarity is millimoles upon volume. तो millimoles दिए, volume दिए, तो straightforward molarity आ गया. And now the interconversion of molarity to gram per liter is happening, which is again straightforward. As I said, KOH के लिए 1 mole is equivalent to 56 grams, right? So instead of mole, you put 56 grams, so you will get 0.1 into 56 gram per liter or 5.6 gram per liter. ठीक है, तो ये काफी straightforward था. 45th question में नंबर ऑफ सल्फेट आयंस पूछे हैं, आपको वॉल्यूम और मोलारिटी दे दिया है. वॉल्यूम एंड मोलारिटी दिया है तो उससे मिलीमोल्स आ जाएंगे एंड रेस्ट इज प्रीटी स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड. 46th इसमें एज यू कैन रीड द फॉर्मूला दैट CuSO4.5H2O में एक ही Cu है, राइट, 1 copper ion per unit of this, right? So the moles of copper 2 plus that you will compute is actually going to be equal to the moles of CuSO4.5H2O, right? So molarity into volume से आपने moles निकाल लिए, तो you get the same moles of copper sulfate, and mass निकालना है तो moles into molecular weight. So molecular weight is something that you can compute from the formula and you will get the answer in grams. Right, 47th question, like you are mixing two solutions of different molarity, right? Now as you can see, I have written a formula here, but nothing great about it. It just talks about that after mixing, we have to take care of total volume in the denominator and total moles in the numerator. That's what I've done. So the formula becomes total volume ka V1 plus V2 and total moles ka M1 into V1, that is moles in solution 1, plus M2 into V2, that is moles in solution 2. तो उसको यहाँ पे आप डायरेक्टली सब्स्टिट्यूट करो एंड यू विल गेट योर आंसर. 48th question, like completely straightforward based on simple data that is given to you. मोलालिटी पूछा है तो ये उसका न्यूमरेटर का डेटा एंड डिनोमिनेटर का डेटा काफी straightforward. All right, so simple homework. Next time थोड़े से difficult questions try करेंगे. Till then, thank you guys.